Hey there, I'm Avinash and I have Naman with me. Okay, he's a friend of mine. Plus, he's working in one of the companies, and of course, he's working in one of the companies. And like a year ago, he was asking me for the advice, like what he should do with his career and like what he should do. And like I'm quite grateful that I'm one of his mentor. I'm one of the mentor, and yes, I helped him like maybe 1% or 5% towards where he is right now. So
More than.
yeah, okay, thank you for that. So basically, the idea of this particular video is like I can see that you guys are watching this video. So like if we can interact with Naman, who was here, like who was 1 year ago, was thinking about where he wants to go, what he should learn. He was asking Avinash about it. He was asking different people about it. So I have Naman with me, and he's going to ask, I'm going to ask him questions which are with me right now, the questions, and I hope Naman is going to enjoy this session. So I hope, Naman, you are excited about this.
Yeah, Avinash.
Yeah, great.
Okay, Naman, so Avinash or Avinash, sir? Like,
whatever you prefer. Whatever you prefer. We will keep it professional. Call me Avinash.
Okay. With the sir.
Okay. Anyways, so the first question to Naman is: let us know about you, like who you are and what are you doing currently.
Okay. So let me start with telling my name. My name is Naman Shore, and I'm currently a SD1 at ZS Associates. And I have done my bachelor's in electrical engineering from ISM Dhanbad. And apart from this, I think I'm also a filmmaker as a hobby.
Okay. Yes, I know this. Like Naman has a great, I would not say he's into hobbying, but he has a very good expertise, I would say, in video editing. So like this is something which we, I've seen his video editing, so I can personally vouch for that.
More than software development, like.
Yes, exactly. And one thing which I want to mention is like since I've seen his video editing skill, I always used to say that why you are going into this particular field instead of going to video editing, but I don't know why he decided for this faith. So as Naman said, like he's working in this particular company. So again, Naman, so like before joining this company, let us know about your early life and let us know the students who are watching this video that you are one of them, not apart from them.
Like I've done like in my school life or like college starting first.
College life.
Alright, okay. So like after JE, like so in the first year, like I've also participated in the fest, like college fest, or like everyone participated in college fest and organized the college fest and that things and clubs and like filmmaking and like a little bit of sports, like mainly squash for like starting off 2 to 3 months. Yeah, that's.
Okay, so like Naman, like as you are working as a software developer in this particular firm, so I just want to understand, like this is what you thought like you want to become, because usually what happens, like when you join the college, you have some aspiration, and I know since I know you personally, you were into video editing, so you decided like after that you decided not to go further in that career, and you have decided to take this as a career option. So like when did you get serious about this placement stuff, and like what was the turning point which made you decide like, okay, this is not something I want to pursue and this is something I want to pursue?
Okay, so like from like total journey, like from the first year, like can I take up this like from the first year what I think,
like whatever you prefer.
Okay, so when I was like in my 11th or 12th, when I was preparing for JEE, and along with that, in the starting part, like I was also preparing for UPSC, like in the starting 1 or 2 months, right? So
in the college.
No, not in the school, like
in the school.
When I was 11th or 12th. Okay. So at that time, like my goal was to get a government job as a and civil services examination is the best way. So like I was working on both, but then like both hectic, like both was preparing for UPSC and like JEE at the same time was hectic. So at that time I decided to switch to JEE. Okay. Like, whatever like seniors told me, like it's better to like JEE at that time, to prepare for JEE at that time. So I switched to JEE, and after that, like when I was in college, so I thought like now the JEE is clear, like now I can focus on the like UPSC. Okay, so like my family told me to get a government job, like that's like typical Indian family, okay, right? Okay. So that's fine. That's the basic. Like, but when I started when I started in first year, so when I started in first year, so in starting time, I prepare for again for appearing for J once again, but I dropped that plan after like 1 month, like preparing for that again. Because I thought like I can get a better better college at second time. Okay. That's what I thought. And then like it's all about the college environment. Like mainly the IITs are famous because of the culture, mainly culture. There's nothing difference between an IIT and like a private college. Like experience wise, the only the culture. Okay. So at that same time, I was exposed to like different different clubs. So like sorry. So I was exposed to different clubs, like the filmmaking clubs, acting club, dancing club. But I got rejected from all the clubs.
Okay.
But like, I don't know. Like I don't know dancing. I don't know singing. So basically, बनता है कि हाँ disqualify होना है. तो but हाँ ड्रामा क्लब में मैं ऐसा लास्ट राउंड तक था, बट एट लास्ट वो भी डिस्क्वालीफाइड. एंड देन at that same time the filmmaking club was new club, like एकदम newly club invented club ऐसा, like 2 years old. Like I was in second generation of that club. Okay. So like I see that opportunity as like, okay, I can do something here. Okay. I don't know anything about filmmaking at that time. So I joined at this time. Like I don't have any idea about what I have to do with the placements, right? Okay. So after that, I started doing making films and short films and blah blah blah. But after in this first year, like I also thought like there's some coding sessions from seniors. So I started taking coding a little bit, not that much serious, because like C++ and SQL, like that thing I already knew from my school time. Okay. I already knew that from school time, like better than like everyone. मतलब ऐसा अच्छा खासा level था उस time मेरा C++ और SQL में, क्योंकि as like my brother he is in corporate. Okay. Like so like he told me like mainly coding works here, like he all मतलब एकदम hard reality coding works here only. तो like मैंने hacking J के बाद ही शुरू किया था, but बीच में सब sudden break. So after that I'll continued again in first year, but not that much, like only basic questions only, just to revise whatever I've learned in 11th and 12th. That's it. Then after that I was not that serious about like the placement. Seriously, मतलब कोई मुझसे पूछेगा नहीं, मैं नहीं था. Like आपको पता है, you know very well कि मैं how much I was into the filmmaking, not in the software and development. Like I did intern at U like as a filmmaker, not as a software developer, like or junior intern. Okay. So I wasn't aware, like I was aware कि इतना placement होता है, like, but I used to thought like okay placement हो जाएगा, like there's a assumption कि if you are in IIT you'll get the placement. Okay. But that's not the reality. I'll come to it. Okay. So after that in the third year when my batchmates started to get internship, right? At that time I thought what I'm doing, like self doubts, like बहुत सारे doubts है, like what I'm doing in my life ऐसा. This is एकदम close, एकदम सच्चाई. Like after friend, like I'm happy for them, but at the same time I've self doubt.
Feeling sad for yourself.
Like feeling so myself. Okay. So at that time, after feeling sad for myself, I thought, why not give it a try? Like I know a basics of coding, right? I know C++. I know I don't know DP and graph at that time, but that much. But I know basics, right? So I said, why don't give it a try? So I appeared for a few internship exam, like coding exams, and like Goldman Sachs ऐसा मुझसे कुछ नहीं बना था, seriously. मतलब first exam, like गोल्डमैन सैक्स का ऐसा MCQ में ऐसा करके आया, मैथ्स करके सॉल्व करके आया, लेकिन नो कोडिंग क्वेश्चन, 0 कोडिंग क्वेश्चन नहीं, 1 कोडिंग क्वेश्चन हुआ था, 3 में से 1 हुआ था, बस 2 क्वेश्चन नहीं हुए थे, बट दैट इज नथिंग. लाइक इफ यू हैव टू pass the coding exam, you have to solve at least 2 questions, minimum 2 questions, like 2.5 2.5 questions at least, like in every company. That's the template in like our college. So I was like, why I'm trying self-doubt, like there's a graph, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. At the same time, like after a few days, like Microsoft has come. Okay, so Microsoft is like Goldman Sachs is mostly about asked about DP questions. That's why I was not able to.
What do you mean by DP? What do you mean by DP?
Dynamic programming.
Okay, dynamic programming. Fine.
That's a common term, like.
Okay, no, actually, like many students don't know like these terms, so like that is why I was asking for the book.
DP or greedy, like ऐसा. I wasn't aware. Like in 11th class, you don't know about anything about DP and greedy. You just know array, vectors, OOPS concept, and that's it. Like that's basic. So when Microsoft came, so like it's all in the Microsoft coding round. I appeared for it. Like in the first round, I cleared. Like there's like 3 questions, and I solved like all 3. I don't know how. Like it's all about the presence of mind, I think. क्योंकि लाइक ऐसा बहुत सारे बच्चे लाइक जिनका जो अच्छे कोडर्स थे उनसे भी नहीं हुए 3rd क्वेश्चन, बट आई वाज एबल टू सॉल्व इट. ऐसा लाइक मैं आई डोंट नो हाउ आई डिड इट, बट मैंने कर दिया था उस टाइम पे. मतलब एरे लूप्स और ऐसा करके कर दिया था मैंने. ठीक है, तो एंड देयर इज वन क्वेश्चन अबाउट पेयर, like set and pair, but I don't know about set. Like I don't know about the pair at that time. I knew about set, so I tried something run and gun. So मतलब हो गया था. तो मतलब उस टाइम बस मेनली प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड से, लाइक मेनली मतलब प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड इज लाइक इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ योर कोडिंग क्वेश्चंस व्हेन यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर कोडिंग क्वेश्चंस. और लाइक प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड इज मतलब इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग आई से.
So basically you are saying that like after like you were part of this graphic, like I think graphic designing, filmmaking clubs. So from 3rd year when your friends started getting the internships in the big companies, so that time you realized ki you are missing out on something and you have to make a decision here. Okay. Now I assume that you at that moment you started to get like you were doubting yourself that is it possible for you to crack these kind of interviews. So first thing I want to know 2 things from you. First of all, how did you clear your self doubt? Because this is one of the major problem we have with students is like once they see their friends excelling in a certain field, even though everyone is different, but yes, we as a human being have a nature of undermining ourselves and doubting ourselves. Secondly, how did you started preparing yourself so that within next year, Naman before 1 year Naman was a video editor. Now after 1 year Naman is working in a company as a software developer. So like how that change happened?
Okay, so so first of all, first about like the that self-doubt, how I overcome that doubt. So like in the starting phase, to be honest, in the starting phase I just tried. Like I know like there's a thing I used to do, like I'm doing like मेरे को जब भी ऐसा हाई होता है ना कि लो पॉइंट होता, तो आई नो माई रियलिटी कि मेरे को सिर्फ इतना ही आता. लाइक आई नो दिस मच % अमाउंट, लाइक मतलब देयर इज अ थिंग लाइक कि कैसे बताऊं, मतलब मैं एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकता ये कि मतलब आई नो कि लाइक आई नो कि मेरे को इतना ही आता है. लाइक इफ आई जस्ट लाइक आफ्टर द गोल्डमैन सैक्स, आफ्टर गोल्डमैन, लाइक दैट वाज माय फर्स्ट कोडिंग एग्जाम. लाइक आफ्टर दैट if I get disappointed, then I said I मतलब क्विट कर देता ऐसा कि मैंने गोल्डमैन सैक्स मुझसे नहीं बना क्वेश्चन, लाइक नहीं बनेगा. दैट वाज वो होता ना कि फर्स्ट, बट कि उसके बाद मुझे पता था कि हाँ मेरे को लाइक आई नो कि मेरे को आई डोंट नो दिस 2 टॉपिक्स और लाइक these topics are very important, I don't know. That's why I keep trying after that. So like to overcome that like self doubt, I have to just like do it. You have to do it, like nothing else.
You
have to do it.
So basically you started
know
practicing
your reality.
Okay, so first of all understand like what is your reality, where you are standing currently. That is I think I'll also believe that point. Like this is something you have to accept. Like if you're a student, like Naman is saying this, and I would also say
that's tough. That's tough, like to accept like I don't know anything.
Okay. So basically, like if you know this reality, like I don't know this, or like just talking, being real to yourself, so that it helps you understand where you will be now, and like is it possible for you to actually go to that certain path. Secondly, practice. Why I feel he like, again, I'll agree with him for a very specific reason. Practice is something like nobody learns a thing in a day. Nobody learns a thing in a day. So you as a student, like again, Naman is also saying, and I would also say, like the practice is again something which is going to help you solve that, like gain that confidence, if I may. Okay. Yeah. So Naman, we understood like about like how did you get started and how you cleared yourself out. Now, students usually have this question ki, like I want to get placed in big companies like Microsoft, Goldman Sachs, and my fundamental focus is, should I learn Java, should I learn Python, should I learn C, C++, .NET, whatever. There are so many languages. Yeah, so as per your opinion, what do you would suggest, like what should be what programming languages they should learn to crack these kind of placements?
I'll say choose whatever like you are comfortable with. Like if you have any if you have any basic in C++, like when I was in 11th or 12th, my 11th or 12th, there I learned C++. So I'm okay. I was fine with the C++ syntax, and I knew that like basic syntax I knew. So okay. I gone with C++. Like okay. Language is not any compulsory or something barrier. Like language is not a barrier right now. Okay. So like you have to choose a language. Like if you don't know what language to choose, like you can ask like Avinash or like anyone who is like you nearby. So like if you are a friend, like if you are a brother, like
your seniors. Okay.
Yeah, you are seniors. Okay. So like why I'm saying this? Because like if you get an error something, you can ask their help. Like तो वो थोड़ा easy हो जाता है खुद के लिए. तो बस तो ये होता है language. Language so
basically not learning, focusing on the language, focusing on the concept part of it.
Yeah, the conceptual part. Like every language is same, just all concept wise, and just a little bit syntax here and there. Like जैसे मेरा भी job का ऐसा हुआ था कि मेरे को C++ आती थी. So मैंने C# बहुत जल्दी सीख ली क्योंकि मेरे को C++ already आती थी.
So Naman, like as you are from IIT, and I believe a lot of students would agree, they would say that Naman, since you are from IIT, it is easy for you to get a job. Like, is it a reality, or is it like the picture is different?
Answer like 50-50, like not a like a right statement, but like 50, like if you are from an IIT, so like you will get a placement. That's a definite for sure. Like that's a definite. Like it's a, like I don't know why, like it's an environment or like number of opportunities you get here. Like you'll definitely get a placement, but I don't know like about the package. Like there's a like package. Our highest package in the college is 93 or 96 LPA in Dhanbad, London. Okay, and the lowest package is around I think 6 point something.
Okay.
So like if you don't do anything, obviously you can get 6 LPA. But if you work hard and do some learning, then definitely you can go up to like 96. I don't know 96 or not, but yeah, average 20, 25 to 30 in India.
But basically, like I would say that you would agree to this point that you have to earn it. If it is not like company will say, okay, since you are from IIT, that means you are the top class. They will test you out.
No. Yeah. They definitely test you out. Like even from you are from IIT, that doesn't mean that your qualification your knowledge doesn't matter. Even you are from IIT, your knowledge doesn't matter. ऐसा नहीं होता है. ऐसा like company obviously interview उतना process करती है क्योंकि if they want to get something like that, they just come and pick the like, but they take the like coding exam or interview, like same for all college I think. Like if you even if you're from BITS or like from some private college, but just the package problem or like, and like that company divides like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 colleges. That's it. Like apart from that, the like opportunities are same.
Okay, opportunities are same. So Naman, like as you're saying that there is a process in the company, like the process are there. So like if I'm a student and if I'm starting, so like what are the different things? Like as a student, as a software developer, I just focus on learning a language. Okay, I just focus on learning the language, so I miss out on the different aspects of it. So if you can give me the generalized idea or the blueprint, like what are the different I would say rounds which happen in a company. So like, let's say you have seen very closely like how Microsoft hires or like how Bloomberg hires. So what is the process of like, what is the hiring process? And as a student, like what should I be preparing myself apart from just learning programming or the concepts?
So let's say, like I'll give you a template like for different kinds of rounds that happens in like all of the companies. Like apart from this, like I think that's it. Like first thing is coding round. Okay. Like if you are a software developer, like if you want to get into software development, then definitely you have to give like coding round. Like definitely. Or until and unless you are applying from like some colleague or like. उसको क्या बोलते हैं like referral. Okay. Like until and unless you are applying from a referral. Okay. So, you have to give a coding round definitely. Okay. So and second thing, apart from written coding, like there's two coding round. I think in Microsoft, in ZS, I think these two companies I remember that apply for that takes 2 rounds of coding. First is coding written in ID, and second in handwritten codes.
Okay.
And apart from this, third one is our interview. Okay. Like there can be like there can be like not decided. Like for every company, the number of interview rounds are different. Like for like GameStop, I think there's a 3 round. For ZS also there's 3 round. For like for company, ऐसा like सबके अलग-अलग rounds होते हैं. Okay. अपनी qualification. Apart from that, there's a group discussion rounds also. Okay. Like basically that which only talks about like how you can take the initiative and like how much you're confident. Like,
so basically like if I am a aspiring software developer and I'm not working on my communication skill, will that affect me getting selected in these companies? Would that affect?
Like yeah, obviously. Like if you like, so basically वो तो कहीं पे भी affect है. Like if you have a not good communication skill, then that definitely affect you. Like even I don't have that much good communication skills. Like but I used to do a thing like I used to prepare before the interview. Like I set my mind, okay, I have to do this or do this. Like ऐसा. Like even I am not that helpful, but like if you are like, let's say like you have the knowledge, but you just like I have the knowledge, but I am not able to share it with you. Like I'm not able to make you understand. So like how you say that I'm a good person. Like
Okay, so basically what Naman is trying to say is, like, of course, he's not able to communicate. I personally know he has a good communication, but right now maybe like I think he's nervous. But what he's trying to say, and I would agree to that. Like basically what happens when we, as a student, when we aspire to become a software developer or maybe a computer scientist or whatever that is, one of the main aspects we forget is something which we are building. We are not building for ourselves. We are building for our customer. We are building for our company. Right. So if we cannot communicate our ideas, our roadmap, our goals, or maybe our vision with them, it will become difficult for them to understand. So like maybe you want to find cure for COVID-19, but you're not able to express how this particular vaccination is going to help you out. Again, I've taken just an example. So I would also agree with him. Like he's also saying correctly, like if you don't have, like with communication skill does not mean that you should know everything about English. It basically means whatever you have in your brain, you're able to communicate with another human being so that it becomes easy for them to understand. And this is, again, as I mentioned, it's a good point Naman has pointed out. Because he's currently working in a company and he understands better than me because he's communicating with his teammates. Okay, even though like he's working from home right now, which personally I don't like. Okay, but still, like the communication skill is very important. Okay, now Naman, like if a student is now looking for placements, maybe he's from a smaller college, or maybe a lesser known college. Maybe he's from good IITs or whatever that is. If they are watching you, we are very grateful that they are watching us. So I just want to understand one thing. What would you say to a student who is looking now, who is in a situation where Naman was 1 year ago, where he was self-doubting himself, and now he was looking, okay, I should now get serious about the placement. So if a student is in that situation, what would you say to them?
Can you repeat the question?
So the question is basically like, you were in a situation where you decided, okay, now I want to pursue this career. So you were looking for the answers. Now I think you have the answers. So if a student is in same situation as you were 1 year ago, what advice, what suggestions would you give to him so that his his learning curve is easy, and he can actually achieve his goal which he's trying to achieve?
First of all, learning curve is not going to be easy for anything.
Okay.
That's my POV.
Okay.
So but I can guide I can guide a little bit
okay.
So when I was in third year, when I was doubting myself, then at that time also I was say if this is a filmmaking and this is coding, so there's ups and downs. Sometimes I was so busy in filmmaking, and sometimes I was way down in coding, and sometimes I only do coding for 4 days, and doesn't even think about the coding. Sorry.
No worries.
तो मतलब उस टाइम पे ये ऐसा होता था, ups and downs होता था. तो I think when in after the lockdown in March 29, lockdown happened in March 2020, sorry.
Yeah.
In March 20, after the lockdown, I got a little bit serious. But at that same time, my laptop got as a
not working.
On my laptop, my SSD got corrupted, and my RAM got corrupted at the same time. After 1 or 2 weeks of coding. मैं नहीं बोला कितना मैंने कोडिंग किया, बट क्योंकि मैंने वो फिल्म मेकिंग का कुछ काम कर रहा था, उसके कारण वो हो गया. ठीक है, हो गई कि ऐसा रैप हो. So at that time मेरे पास I have two choices. I can continue with the filmmaking, or I can wait, I can do the coding. But मेरे पास लैपटॉप नहीं था, और at that lockdown was there, so I was not able to repair it. Okay. So at that time I asked you what can I do in the coding. So you said before that we have other conversations. So you said I can go into the cloud and .NET and that thing, right? You are
yes.
in blockchain. You suggested me before, in my way path, in the first year, second year, right? So I remember that. So I thought I don't I have the time, okay? So and I can't do anything else too, but I can't do filmmaking because my laptop is not good. So why not give it a try?
Okay.
तो मैंने थोड़ा एक्सप्लोर करना शुरू किया, ऐसा बहुत सारे at that time workshops और different, okay, बहुत सारी फ्री वर्कशॉप होती है एडवे का की, तो मैं वो एक्सप्लोर करना चालू करी. फिर धीरे बेसिक्स नॉलेज मेरा बिल्डअप होने लगा, तो आई थॉट मैं कोर्स ले सकता हूँ. तो एट दैट सेम टाइम मैंने आपसे पूछा था कि कोर्स कौन सा लूँ, तो मैंने कोर्स से कुछ कोर्स किए, तो मेरे को ऐसा उसमें थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट आने लगा. फिर वो चीज़ करी अच्छे से. तो उसमें जब मैंने क्लाउड किया, क्लाउड में मैंने इतना नहीं, बट हाँ उससे मेरा ऐसा था कि थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज काफ़ी हो गया था. मतलब AWS का मेरे को इंटरफेस चालू होने लगा, बस मेरे को थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज आ रहा था कि ऐसा होता है, I can do this like this, but I don't know because I wasn't able to use anything on laptop, right? So okay, I just get the knowledge distributed computing and all that knowledge, okay, whatever I can gain at that course, right? So that helps. वो मेरे को बहुत हेल्प किया. वो जो मैंने कोर्स किया था वो एक स्पेशलाइजेशन था क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग का, वो मैंने किया. बट वो मेरे को ऐसा नहीं पता था कि मुझे हेल्प करेगा. मैं सिर्फ सीखता गया, मेरे को इंटरेस्ट आ रहा था, मैं सीख रहा था. बट वो उसमें बहुत सारे कंसेप्ट थे जो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम के थे और DBMS के थे, जो मैंने जब ऐसा लास्ट में 1 मंथ दिया था ये सब सारे कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क और DBMS OS को पढ़ने के लिए. तो जब मैं पढ़ा ना, बहुत सारे कंसेप्ट थे जैसे डेडलॉक लॉकिंग, ये सब चीज़ मैं ऑलरेडी उसमें पढ़ चुका था. मतलब मुझे ही नहीं पता था कि मैं इसका पढ़ रहा, बट like most of the concepts are same, like mainly the terms are same, तो तुमको knowledge हो जाता है.
Okay, okay.
वो बहुत हेल्पफुल हुआ था. मतलब मेरे पास तो ये था कि मेरे पास ऑप्शन नहीं था, तो मैंने कर लिया. मैंने जब किया तो मेरे को स्टार्टिंग में थोड़ा ऐसा लगा यार तो फिर बट क्यों कर रहा हूँ. बट फिर एक बार जब इंटरेस्ट आने लगा ना, बिल्डअप होने लगा ना, तो फिर खुद ब खुद होते गई चीजें, मतलब खुद ब खुद होते गई.
So basically you are saying that like again I apologize for cutting you short. So basically you're saying that like if someone is there in this particular situation, they should choose a path and then start learning towards
working.
Start learning towards that and start practicing. Yes, agree with that. That is a good point. Basically why this self-doubting point happens, because you're confused, like what should I do? Should I become a blockchain developer? Should I become a cloud computing specialist? Should I go to artificial intelligence software developer? Because there are so many things. So basically what I would say, like again, as Naman has also said, basically focus on one thing. Why I suggested him cloud, because I felt like if you're not able to do programming, if you don't have the expertise of programming, logic building, cloud is something where you can use your communication part, your like technical knowledge, and like transfer that knowledge and expertise to clients and customers so that they can have products and services. Okay, that's a very valid point by Naman.
Like जैसे कि जो वो था कि उस टाइम जब like when I learned distributed systems like computing, that I learned many concepts. Okay, so that are also helpful in my in the company placement point, right? Okay, so like let's say if for interview round, like not in the coding round, like for the interview round, right? An average interview round takes around 45 minutes, right? So I can easily, like, not say best, but like I can easily spend 15 minutes talking about, like, I know this much about the distributed system and cloud computing as such. So like,
okay.
And like I'm confident about that part. So मेरा plus point था ना interview में ऐसा.
Okay. Got a very valid point. Like if you have an expertise in certain area, of course you can speak on that.
मेरा ऐसा इंटरव्यू से मतलब एक्सपीरियंस ऐसा था कि like जितने भी शायद मेरे को इंटरव्यू मिले थे, like I think all of them, like जितने भी मेरे को इंटरव्यू मिले थे उनमें से like किसी को भी ऐसा क्लाउड का ऐसा वो नहीं था, मतलब they are not working, they haven't like worked on cloud.
Okay.
So वो उनके लिए वो like होता है कि थोड़ा और
Okay. So Naman, like last question I have for you. Like let's say if there is some time machine we have, and we take Naman from working in a company and going back to first year of his college, very first day he's entering to the college. So what would you do differently this time, so that like the career which you're thinking of aspiring, it becomes a better one, or like you can get a better opportunities? Again, I believe you're satisfied, you're happy with what you are currently, but of course, like we always have, like I wish I was in the top 4 companies, top 5 companies. So like what would you do better if you are in the first year of college right now?
It's like basically I'm weak in competitive programming, to be honest.
Okay.
I know very well ESA concepts, but I am not that much good at competitive programming, right?
Okay.
So I'll say कि मैं जब first year में था तो कोई competitive programming कर लिया.
Okay. So basically, competitive programming, Naman is suggesting that you should do.
Like if you are not from IIT, so like definitely competitive programming is like you ask the question that which language to choose. I say choose any language. Just like pick a make a chits and put it in a box and just pick a one.
Okay.
The language and just start learning that language, and then like mainly focus on DSA concept and competitive programming. Like that's the main key. Like,
so data structure is one thing and competitive programming is another.
Data structure, algorithm, and competitive programming.
Okay.
Because most of the big companies, like some companies like PhonePe and the PhonePe, GameStop, they ask only about competitive programming. They don't care about your DSA knowledge. Obviously, if you are good in competitive, that means your DSA knowledge is good. But like they don't ask about basic DSA questions. Like they only ask about competitive questions. Competitive programming questions. And some companies are like Amazon, Microsoft. They doesn't care about like your competitive programming. They just care about basic DSA concept.
Okay, fine. Okay, so basically what Naman is trying to say is like if he's going to go back to his first year, like he would actually focus on competitive programming and data structure.
Yeah.
Data structure, I would say not the basic parts of it, but yes, the advanced part of it. So with this, I'm done with the questions I had for Naman. Like it was great actually talking to him and having a face-to-face discussion. Like I personally know him that
life.
Obviously I'm not a big fan of this particular like virtual meeting, but yes, I did enjoy this, and I hope the students who have watched this video would enjoy like what you have shared. And in case if you guys want to ask Naman any specific question, put them down in the comment of this particular video, and I'll try my best to make sure that Naman, apart from
I'll come to your office as well.
Okay, so apart from his busy schedule, he will be like putting like answering those questions. Okay, so with this,
I can answer it from home, right?
Yeah, of course you can answer it. No, you just have to reply to the comment. Okay, so thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video of Interview with Experts.